welcome to episode 3 of the Gorgeous and Graceful Life podcast. I am Annie, your host, and I am so happy that you tuned in today. So you can probably tell by the sound of my little raspy voice that I am a little under the weather, and I'm recovering from a little slight cold of some sort. But I am just going to patiently wait for God to restore me back to my lovely 100%. And that aligns perfectly with the topic of this week's episode, which is the magic of waiting. Now, we as women encounter many moments where we are required to wait, but we are not always prepared to wait. Or then there are the times where we really don't want to wait at all. And a couple of scenarios that come to my mind are like when we show up for our hair appointment or a doctor's appointment right on time, and then we are asked to wait. Or have you ever made a reservation at a restaurant and then when you check in, they still have you wait, or they hand you one of those square-shaped light-up vibration coasters that will like buzz when your table is ready? And you're like totally confused because you have a reservation. And in this particular case, it's kind of like you kept your part of the deal, but then they have not. And then we think about the current Zoom meeting where you log in and you have to wait for the host to let you in the meeting that started a minute ago. And prior to Zoom era, we didn't have to wait outside the door prior to a meeting. We just simply walked in. And so then on the other hand, we experience the situations where we know we will have to wait, and therefore we are better prepared to do so. And this would be like, say, when we have to go to the DMV. Now, the DMV is not only a place where we know we will wait, but we also become what I like to call temporarily delusional while we do it. And I'm referring to how when they call out, now serving G54 at window number 9, there are no windows. There are desks with plastic numbers posted, or sometimes they may even be suspended from the ceiling with like that fishing rope. But there are no windows, and yet we never question that. We simply just wait graciously. Or when we're expecting a baby, we are prepared to wait an entire 9 months. And definitely when we attend a graduation ceremony, where we know we will wait for all the names of the graduates to be called. And I personally love graduations because we not only wait, but we happily clap for folks we don't even know. And I just think that's such a beautiful thing. So what makes us better or worse during the waiting period is our ability to understand the magic in waiting. So I'd like to share 4 ways in which waiting can be magical. So number 1, first and foremost, you have to understand that waiting is an essential part of faith and trusting in God's timing. Ecclesiastes 3:1 states, there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, which reminds us that waiting is a part of God's divine order and purpose. Remember that God will always give you one of 3 answers to everything in your life. It will either be a yes, a no, or wait. Number 2, waiting can provide us with something better or even a reward. Now, I remember a few years ago, I walked into a Kohl's and there was this Jessica Simpson bag that was black and very sparkly. And I was like, I deserve this bag. It's beautiful. It's 100% my style. And then I turned over the price tag, and when I saw that it was $69.99 plus tax, I immediately thought, well, clearly this bag was intended to bless somebody else. And so I put it back. Well, to my surprise, about 2 months later, I was in the Kohl's again, and that exact same bag was on sale for $18.99, and I am not kidding. Without hesitation, I tossed it right in my cart. It was as if God himself arrived and said, ta-da! And I thought, I better hurry up and buy this bag because it literally felt like a mistake that the price was marked down so low. But the truth was, I got that bag in God's timing and within my budget. All I had to do was wait. Number 3, waiting can be a healing period. Did you just experience a heartbreak, a rejection, a health setback, or the loss of a loved one? That time where we feel the most impatient, helpless, hopeless, and sitting in God's waiting room is really our time to stop and pause. It's a time of reflection, gratitude, and processing. It's a time of listening and quieting our minds from all the world's noise and distractions. So welcome it in, friend. If you are a sports fan, think of it as your off season. This is that time when professional athletes regroup, refocus, adjust, and prepare for the successful season that is to follow. So, friend, if this is where you are in the moment, just know that the game is not over. You did not lose. You are simply being prepared, strengthened, and conditioned for your next amazing season. Number 4, waiting is a great opportunity to expect goodness if you allow it. So allow it. Have you ever been to the movies lately? The previews are like 30 minutes long now, and I'm not kidding. The cool thing about that is while you are waiting for the main feature film, you are blessed with seeing some of the previews for the new movies that will come out in the future. And I love how the movie trailers are like so captivating. They are always so bold and loud and in your face, and the music is powerful. And then they always end with a strong and impactful, coming to theaters in summer of 2026. And they leave us with this impression of guaranteed greatness. Well, when you are in any waiting period, I want you to imagine that high level of greatness coming to you soon. So this year, when you are required to wait, remember that your waiting is part of God's divine plan. Something better and rewarding is on the way, and you are getting ready for your next amazing season that is coming soon. But before I go, I want to leave you with your gorgeous and graceful challenge this week. Here's what you're going to do. And you guessed it. When the waiting opportunity presents itself to you this week, and friend, it will. Be prepared for it. You may be in the slowest grocery store checkout line, or waiting for the email response, waiting to not feel sad, waiting for that check to process, sitting in traffic, waiting on a yes, waiting on test results, waiting for your second date, or waiting for your DoorDash order. In any of those circumstances, I want you to choose to wait gorgeously and gracefully. Now, the other part of this challenge is that if you know someone that is in their waiting period, send them a card, an email, or a text that says, "Your next amazing season is coming soon." Remember, friends, God's got you. He always has, and He always will. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's always wonderful to walk this gorgeous and graceful life with you. Until next time, live gorgeously, walk gracefully, and joy will find you.